Greetings, salutations, and other big words. My name's Ethan. My handle is Wrangler. Welcome to Frequency Studios, weekly wing it number 171 here on Rumble, YouTube, and the X Twitter. And starting off with us tonight is Mr. Frederick Guimon.
How you doing, everybody? I am just communicating with printers, sending out drawings and scans these days. A lot of action. It's very exciting. I hope everyone's having a good week.
All right. And also joining us tonight,
gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. Better, stronger, faster.
Mr. Herman P. Hunter, aka the Bionic Hedge. What's up, man?
Well, if I manage to get through the stream without throwing up, it'll be a good night.
All right, that always sounds like a good night in managing not to throw up. That's
Yes.
That's not usually fun. In some people's cases, that would be an indication that they had a little too much fun, but I don't think that applies here.
Well, in some ways that would be the case, but whatever.
And also joining us, the
Hello,
pug
friend.
from outer space, Mr. James Esparza. What's going on, man?
Heyo, friends. Heyo. Get plenty of writing done. Only 2 short stories away from my current short story series being completed. You can hear the crew is antsy in the background, pressing buttons, keeping the ship afloat.
Is that your chief science officer we hear?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
All right, the science of dog bones. All right, well, tonight, what we got lined up for tonight is, well, absolutely nothing. I have no topics lined up for tonight. So let's see if we can make one up on the spot. Tiddlywinks. No, that won't work.
Tiddlywink.
I think we can do better than that. There we go. That
Animals, cats. Yeah.
yes, cats.
Kitties.
That's getting the space bug very excited. He wants to give chase.
She doesn't like being put upside down in front of the camera.
As cats do at times.
Yeah. I'm trying to get her to start an OnlyFans, but she's resisting it.
Yeah, well,
And only felines.
Yeah.
only feline.
Got a lot of pussy pics, you know.
Yeah. So how comes that drawing, Frederick?
Nice and slow, man. It's a very simple one. This is one of these drawings that I just made spontaneously as I was going on stream because I was like, I got to draw something today. So there's no particular kind of context for it or anything, but it's one of my characters, Razum, jumping down from somewhere. I don't know where. But
She's dropping into action.
she definitely is. And her overcoat is not even buckled up. So it's going to be flying all over the place like a cape. Should be exciting.
Now, I don't know how much you want to give away before the book comes out, but what can you tell us about this character other than being a psychic spy? Which
Well,
I would imagine being psychic as a spy could be quite useful.
yeah. So she's got this little butterfly symbol on her cap. So basically her power is represented by these little golden butterflies that kind of fly around and land on people's shoulders. And that kind of indicates that you have been put under her spell. And she's
right.
kind of a remnant of an old Soviet program of mind control, psychics. And basically she's been sold under slavery but to the evil bankman. And she's just trying to flee, trying to get away. That's kind of how she's introduced in the comic.
Yeah, so she's kind of like a compulsed secret agent.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of grew up in that. She's got sisters in the craft, but she's trying to get away from the situation. And
Now,
she's
are all her sisters psychically endowed, or is she a little more rare than the others?
well, that's jumping ahead a little bit, but
You don't want to get into too many details.
they're all psychics, but they do have some are more psychic than others, I guess you could say.
What other skills and what other skill sets do they have besides ESP?
Well, as I mentioned, she could influence men's minds with her psychic powers, but she can also do it without her psychic powers, being a woman who's well endowed. She's a young woman kind of discovering the world she's landed in. and she's kind of thrown into the midst of this, and she meets up with our hero, our main character, Ratel, and they kind of crash down into the mountain of Mont Royal, the Mount Royal mountain. They're on the center of the island, and they're going to have to walk back home, and they're going to be doing it through the largest cemetery. I think it's one of the largest cemeteries in North America, if I'm not mistaken. And it's just, you can walk down through the cemetery for hours. That's going to be one of the scenes in the second book, though. Jumping ahead.
Well, with her being from Russia and Ratel being Canadian, I think they can handle some cold weather.
Yeah, exactly. They're on the same parallel, if you will. And they're going to find out that they have some things in common, despite coming from different origins completely.
Like snow.
Like snow, like Siberian weather.
And Harmon.
Yes.
How's your current work in progress coming along?
It'd be nice if I didn't have to kind of constantly worry about throwing up. But yeah,
Just do not puke at your manuscript, please.
No. Anyways, I'll clean that up later. Anyways,
save that baby for later.
Yeah. Ooh, that looks tempting. Anyways, I've got, well, my next book is done. Done an initial edit on it. The wife has read it.
Nice.
And she says it's my best writing to date.
Whoa.
Yes. So if you're a fan of my books, this is going to apparently be a real humdinger.
All right.
Nice. It's about 159,000 words. So that's nearly twice the Wizard's Stone. And of course, It features Odo, who was the main character in the Wizard's Stone.
All right, nice.
And he goes to
sequel or prequel?
Go ahead. What was that? Yes, it's a sequel. So, but it's a kind of a delayed sequel. He's much older now.
A bit of a time jump.
Yeah. Well, because he's a wizard, he lives pretty much forever.
Oh boy,
wizard hedge.
Yeah, you're a wizard, Harry. I kind of based my wizards off of like the Gandalf types, like kind of off of like Lord of the Rings, where they, they take on, they're not, well, they're sort of angelic beings, but they take on the guises of old men, because old men kind of are seen as wise and thoughtful and all that other stuff. But Odo is a little bit different. He was a human and now is a wizard because, well, you have to read the Wizard's Stone to figure that one out. But because of that, he's now able to, kind of like work and not really have to worry about getting too old to do his job. And this is what I would call, he goes to a land called the Sevendani or Sevendani. I'll let Steve figure out how to pronounce it. But he goes north there, kind of, I wouldn't say kind of on a whim, but he travels north to this land, Sevendania, where he is tasked to go find out what became of this sort of lost colony further north. And in the middle there's some other things that go on. So it's not they're just not traveling all the way north. And I'm almost right now. I'm in past number 2 of revisions. I'm taking my wife's notes and I'm fixing stuff up. And then when I'm done with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a read through and a listen to catch any mistakes. And then at that point, when it's done, I will be sending it to beta readers. So
nice.
The unfortunate part is I lost more than a month of this stuff.
Not nice.
Yeah, to get all this stuff out, and having lost the job, I can't self-fund this. I don't know, So the wife and I have been talking about, how are we going to fund this, and how are we going to deliver it? How we're going to make the, how we're going to pay for the artist to do the cover and all of that. So, but it's slowly getting there. I'm going to work on it tonight, and because I had a bunch of stuff I needed to get done yesterday, and so I'm moving. It's moving it forward, just slowly.
All right. So what's the title of this upcoming one called?
I'm holding that kind of as a cover reveal.
Fair enough. And James, you said you were working on some writing today. How's that coming?
It's coming along good. Putting up with my crew over here, Dog Central. But yeah, I got about another maybe 8,000 words to go, and then it's going to be all wrapped up, and that'll have a complete reveal. Because I haven't really talked about what that's about either, but you'll probably
I was wondering,
hearing about it next week.
Oh.
I want to get a trailer put together first before I talk about it.
Do they call your home world Canine Centauri?
No, they don't. But we should after hearing that one. It's real smart. Then we'll call the next planet we conquer that. We'll put it.
He's going to petition the canine government for names here. Yeah.
This is the
Dogness.
queen. Yeah. Just like the picture of this one. Look at that one.
Yeah, I looked over and the dog was gone, and it was a real dog, and I just about freaked out. You nearly made me.
Yeah.
You nearly made me puke.
He
Yeah.
really is a dog. And who's that human next to James?
It's just the mind controlled puppet who speaks for the magnificent dogs who have transcended verbal speech.
Like Brian Griffin?
Exactly. Just like that.
Does he secretly work for you?
Well, maybe not. It depends what kind of dogs. We're only friendly with so much dogs out there. There's a lot of weird breed. Not all of them are purebred. They're just like mishmashed together. You can't respect mishmash dogs.
So like, who's your favorite fictional dog? Would it be Polly Purebred from Underdog?
Well, we haven't particularly screened him to reveal him to our planet, so I can't reveal that information. You have to find your way off to Pugtopia, which is the true name of our home world, to truly understand our kind and our entertainment. But it doesn't involve much television. We read a lot of comic books, though. We're big into comic books down there, which is why we enslave humans so they can scratch our bellies and turn the pages for us.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here. That show is probably a bit before your time. You may have heard of it though.
Oh yeah, us dogs. We don't have the longest lifespan, but we breed constantly.
Yeah. Well, Frederick was nice enough to send me something. Here I have one of his earlier commissions. There's Detective William Roberts and Hunter Reggie Stewart getting ready to kick some butt. But finally, I now have Haley and Elizabeth all grown up. There they are. Getting ready for their next adventure right there.
Nice.
Awesome work, Frederick.
Thank you. Glad you like it. Yeah, I was pretty happy with her face too.
Yeah.
Her eyes are kind of soft and very feminine, I think.
Suits her. Although the book I am currently polishing the manuscript for, Mystified Investigations, Elizabeth is going to be the primary lead in that one, and she's ready to kick some butt. And she does, as well as get her butt kicked. I mean, she she takes on quite a lot this time around. So.
Wait, who's going to be hitting a girl in your book? That doesn't sound right.
Well, Drishya Kazemi. She's kind of Elizabeth's equal in when it comes to martial prowess. So whoever wins that fight, it depends on the day and the die roll. So yeah, they're pretty good foils for each other. But then after I get that polished up to send out, I'll be working on United States Stellar Marshals, where Haley will be taking on a much bigger role once again.
And you're not joking when you say the day and the die roll, right? You actually use randomness for when you're writing battles and stuff, correct?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I just figure it out as I go along. But no, the idea is, as far as Elizabeth and Drishya, they are meant to be like complete and total equals when it comes to skill and ability. And I mean, they don't have the exact same skill set. Like, I mean, they're both very skilled, very well trained, but they have different power sets, and but they're meant to like be foils to each other. So Elizabeth is not going to have an easy time of it. However, let's get back to joining us is Maji-chan.
Hey, how are you?
Hi,
All right.
Maji.
Oh, I like how you
Hey-ho.
changed the sub there under your name. For a long time, it's coming. Now it's already here.
It's Twister reference because he was yelling, "It's coming! It's heading right for us!" And the other guy goes, "It's already here."
How you doing? What are you playing there?
This is Pragmata. This is that game that everybody says has got an issue, but in all honesty, I don't see the issue. It's actually a fun game. And nice
It's kind
thing
of
is
Donkey
there
Kong
is a-
Country-esque with like Pauline on Donkey Kong's shoulder,
Mhm. Well, it
but
actually
more,
makes
but more,
sense. He
but more serious tone.
in the game. Hold on. Let me mute the music real quick.
Yeah, this is actually pretty good
Don't want you to
timing
get in
because we
trouble.
just covered this game last week.
Here it makes women
speaking of
want to
music.
become mothers. Is that true?
But no, it makes sense because he first thought the kid was a real human kid, so he was shielding her. She got sick and tired of it because she was trying to hack the robot that was trying to kill him. So she climbed up on his shoulder and hacked it. And he's like, "You know what? You're not human." She's like, "No," and so he just kind of let her stay there.
But you mentioned music, and I now realize something. I forgot to turn on the background music. So,
Hey Herman, how you doing?
Try not to puke.
Please tell me you're getting better.
Yeah, actually, I am. So
That's good.
I went. I registered.
oops, hang on. Let me mute that music for a second. Sorry, it sound compressed you into a hole there, Herman. Start over.
Oh, yeah. I went and registered with the unemployment office today, which I was supposed to do, and apparently, because I didn't see anything that said I had to actually go to one of their outlets and register. So I did that today, and I hooked up with a friend, talked for a while, got out of the house, and spent some time with a friend, and so. And now I'm trying something. I'm trying something different that is supposed to be harder food, and hoping to God that I don't throw up. So
Have you tried everlasting gobstoppers?
it's not the same. Oh man, it's like I can't eat. I get full very easy, but
Yeah.
then it's like once it's drained, I'm like hungry. So, and I ran out of protein shakes. I finished off my protein shake stash today. So, but doing pretty good actually.
So time to break out the bacon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the one thing I'm not allowed to have.
Oh, dude, that's not fair.
Oh,
Wait.
well, this is my first time with actual real meat. I had some pot stickers.
I did.
and all that stuff's all ground up. So I'm hoping that, I'm able to digest it all and there's no problem. So what happened was if you read one of my posts, the area where they removed the gallbladder filled up with fluid, and then it started to expand, and it put pressure on the small intestine, and it shrank the small intestine. And so what they did is they did a surgery to relieve a lot of that fluid, and then put a pump up there to get the excess as it comes down.
Yeah.
And
hold, I just noticed something. Sorry to interrupt, Herman, but Maji, did you put her in pigtails and give her an orange shirt?
Yeah, the dress was just kind of weird.
Are
you
trying to make her look like Haley?
Well, no, it was unintentional. Actually, when I put it on her, I'm like, oh my gosh, she looks like Haley. But sorry, didn't mean to distract from Herman there.
Yeah, sorry, Herman, continue on. I just noticed that. I'm like, whoa, I got to comment on that. Yeah, so, your small intestine, you kind of need that. Did we lose him?
Talking about
I
bacon
have
made
one
him-
of those.
Made him puke, maybe. Hopefully not.
I got a small intestine. I've never seen it though. In fact, you dogs of my size usually have two small intestines.
What's up, Readout?
I am officially tapping out of editing for the day before I fry my eyeballs out. But other than that, doing great.
Nice.
I've been there
What
before.
have you been working on your next?
Next episode of Retracing History. Big episode of Retracing History. A lot of editing.
What are you
Let's just-
covering?
I'm kind of keeping a little bit of a secret. Those that are members of the garrison know all about it. But at the moment, let's just say it correlates to when I did the videos on Lake Erie. Correlates to that time period.
Alrighty. So we got a few mysteries coming up. The title and cover reveal of Herman's upcoming book, Readout's upcoming video, and James's upcoming short story series. That is a series or just a single?
It's a short story serii.
Yeah,
So you have at least 7 short stories.
All right, so we got three semi-mysterious stories waiting in the wings to drop.
Right?
From Readout, Herman, and James.
Everybody loves a little mystery.
Herman, are you still with us?
I'm still with you.
Okay.
No, I probably shouldn't joke about that because I'm.
Yeah, one of these times you're going to
jinxing
do it
myself.
for real, and we're going to think you're kidding.
Oh, gotta go. So, what did you want to know?
Oh no, I kind of stopped you to comment on the Android girl, and I was trying to get back
Android
to where
girl.
you were. Yeah, and then Maji's game there.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's an Android.
With
Tell
pigtails.
these
She's a young Lieutenant Commander Data with emotions.
Well, if you're familiar with Astro Boy, she's got pretty much the same story. The only difference is she didn't. The human isn't dead yet, unlike Astro Boy. Spoiler. So I don't get why everybody was giving it such a pragmatic
problematic.
horrible game. I don't know.
Because people on Reddit are very strange. That's why.
Was it Reddit who was criticizing this?
That's where a lot of it started from. But it
never
wasn't
heard of this.
exclusively that. Some of the modders quit Reddit over that one because there was a subreddit of weirdos who there was two issues going on. One was the weirdos that we really would not like making Rule 34 over a character that looks like an 8-year-old girl, which is just gross. and the Redditor one of the Redditor mods was trying to get rid of it all, and it kept coming back up, and he was so grossed out that he quit. He was like, I can't stand this crap anymore. I need to get out of here. And then there was a whole bunch of others who were just saying that this is like a conspiracy to try and it's a right-wing conspiracy to try and get people to start families. It's just a cool little heartwarming story. I mean, and then there was a lot of people who were they've been saying they've pretty much been accidentally self-reporting by they've been saying, oh, you shouldn't put a character like this in a video game because a lot of people are going to see that and start thinking this, that, and the other. It's like, no, they're not. Why are you thinking that? You know?
I have a question.
It's like kind of a self-report.
How can you have a conspiracy to make children? Like, what's the opposing view? Like going extinct?
Yes, because we're destroying the planet.
Yeah, what is it called? Malthusianists or something, like the ones who want there to be less people. There's just like the whole anti-life movement out there.
Well, they told us all my life that they wanted us to make less kids, and now they're dumping like 10 times the immigrants over here because we're not having kids. So I don't buy any of it anymore.
Yeah, I heard Quebec instituted some laws as it relates to religion. A public display of religious.
Yeah, we had that a long time ago. So they got the religious stuff out of the government. But now, like the Muslims obviously are coming in and they're wearing their garb, and the Sikhs are wearing their garb. So basically everyone except the Christians can display their religion. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
we now have a new leading cause of death in Canada. It's death by government-assisted suicide is now.
Yeah, I
leading.
heard that too.
Isn't
How
that
fun.
great? Is that like
that
the
turns
first?
my stomach.
That's the first country I think that's actually killing itself.
Well, not the first.
Now I see that in this area too, folks. Running around in the they got the really long linen shirts. Some of them going all the way down to their ankles, stuff like that. And I look at them. I'm like, you know, I understand the practicality, you know, in the Middle East that actually works for, you know, the environment. Why they would want to dress light colored reflective clothing, covers everything up because I hate sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere. But you know, so I understand why they have those kind of clothes, but this is New England. You might want to invest in, I don't know, some snow pants and a big jacket. But after they've been here for a while, it's like, why are you still? I wonder why they still dress like that. It's kind of impractical around here. And if they're going to be integrating into New England culture, some of them at this point
They're
should
not.
be saying "Pak the ka."
Yeah, they're not integrating in anybody's culture. They're coming here and they're just, you know, laying low until they get high numbers. Then they control a ghetto. Then they install Sharia law and they attack anyone that comes into their ghetto. And we've seen it happen in France. We've seen it happen in England. Women get attacked and nobody cares on their end because they're infidels. So their lives are worth nothing. The judges are on the sides of the immigrants. So the immigrants are getting like sentences that are cut in half compared to what citizens are getting. And we got 10 times the inflow of immigrants that we've had anywhere in the past. So it's we should stop being so freaking tolerant. Like there's a point where tolerance becomes suicidal.
Yeah, I mean, this is not the happy conversations I thought we'd be having tonight, but we're here,
Yeah,
so
sorry
we're
about
having
that.
them. Yeah, but it is what it is. You know, I don't mind folks coming here from all around the world. I really don't. But if they're going to come to New England to live here, they need to integrate and actually become New Englanders. So first thing, all these people that have been here for a long time or second generation that are still just acting like they're in a completely different part of the world. I need to get all of them together, and first lesson is going to be clam chowder. We're all going to have some clam chowder with bacon. Maple bacon. All right, I'm going to teach them to be New Englanders.
You know, that's the thing. When I spent all that time in the hospital, everything sounded good because I hadn't had anything to eat in like 4 days by the time they fixed me. Clam chowder actually sounded good. No, not so much.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what kind. Is it that red stuff that they call clam chowder that isn't clam chowder?
No,
Or is it right white creamy clam chowder that's like real clam chowder?
anything with seafood, that just no.
Believe it or not, I guess I'm a horrible New Englander. I don't really care all that much for seafood, but I do still like the clam chowder with the creamy base,
Chowder.
potatoes, of course, the clams themselves, and I do like it with bacon in there. You know, everything's better with bacon.
Chowder. Chowder.
Chow down on the chowder. Yeah, I can't help it. Every time I say chowder, my accent suddenly goes full non-rhotic.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sitting there in my bed in the hospital with a drain up my nose, you know, and everything. And I'm not allowed to have anything to eat, not allowed to have anything to drink. And it's like every freaking commercial that comes on, it's got like pizza. The first commercial that came on when I was hungry was the Arby's. What is it, like King?
We've got
French
the
dip?
meats.
King French dip, and I'm like, I like fixate. I still fixated on it.
I went into an Arby's once, and they all had the their work shirts with the funny sayings on them.
Yeah.
And one of them said, "Bacon is my spirit animal." I went up and I said, "Can I buy one of those shirts?" And he started laughing. He's like, "This is the shirt that gets so many people asking that question, but no, we can't sell any of these shirts." I'm like, "You guys should. You'd make a killing off them." He's like, "I know, but these are work shirts, so we can't just let people who don't work here run around wearing them." I was like, "I get that, but that's too bad because bacon is my spirit animal." That shirt would sell like hotcakes. He's like, I believe you. I get asked that all day long. They don't get asked that for the other shirts, just that one.
Yeah. So now, like, I'm fixated on the on their brand new French dip, and it's like, one day you will be mine. I will have you. One day you will be mine.
She will be mine. Oh yes.
Oh yes,
She will
she
be
will
mine.
be mine.
Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Oh, just because I brought up that reference, I got to play a Wayne's World clip. See, I know I have one here somewhere. This is the only one I got, so here we go.
Do you accept cash?
I like cash.
And a lot of us also like Tia Carrera. Remember the TV show that was kind of Tomb Raider inspired that she was on called Relic Hunter?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see her in anything anymore.
Oh,
She was always fun.
time to look her up.
Yeah, her role kind of surprised me in. I just went blank on the name of it. It was an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, True Lies. Yeah, she was in True Lies, and I thought she was gonna end up being one of the good guys by the end. Nope, she was a villain. I think it was the only movie she was a villain in that I'm aware of. Anyway, there might be another.
She was in Lilo and Stitch in 2025.
Yeah, she voiced Nani.
Waltzing with Brando in 2024. Royal Crackers. I've never heard.
Oh, in 2025. Okay, she was. I was thinking of the original Lilo and Stitch. She was the voice of Nani. I guess she made a cameo in Lilo and Stitch as a callback.
She was on one episode of NCIS Los Angeles.
Huh.
But yeah, she
them
ain't doing
procedural
much.
shows. They still, I think, are some of the most watched things on streaming right now.
And there's Paradise, which is a movie,
Not familiar with that one.
2024. Waltzing with Brando, 2024.
All right, well, I'm glad to see she's still getting work. She's just not in a lot of things I watch anymore, I guess. It sounds like it's a far cry from her Relic Hunter days and Wayne's World.
Yeah,
and
I
all
think
that.
she's done. Or, she's probably making bank on those royalties from True Lies, Wayne's World, and Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, I hope so.
No,
She was in
the
that's my microphone. I need that.
she was in the original Lilo and Stitch. So the original and the new one.
I'm getting smothered by my cat.
Cats will do that.
God, the cat sounds so good right now.
Cat.
You guys there? I lost all audio. Hayes, what'd you do?
So let's go take a look at her Wikipedia.
See, this is why I credit my cats at the end of every video, because if you don't credit them, you never know when they're just gonna tear up your computer. You just do it, just for the good karma.
Yeah, my cat just pulled the plug out of my headphones, and I'm like, why can't I hear anything?
When I bought this laptop a couple years ago, within like a week, the D key got torn off. So to this day, I don't have a D key. I jerry-rig tape over it, and it works. The sensor works, but curse you, Ash.
You heard it here, folks. Readout doesn't have a D.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah, one of my laptops, my cat. I don't know. I don't remember if it was Shadow or Kix. I ended up plucking a couple of keys off the top of that by walking across the keyboard and hooking their claws in as they went and yanked up the keys. I'm like, I'm surprised Hayes hasn't done that to my keyboard yet. The other day I was working on my manuscript and Hayes hopped up and stepped on the keyboard. And next thing you know, I was doing this predictive word thing where I'd type a couple things in and it's like suggesting an entire word. I don't know how he turned that on, but it took me forever to figure out how to shut it off.
I'm sure it was an interesting script written.
No, I had to go look it up on Grok on how to shut it off. I had no clue how this works, but it was annoying.
Well, it seems that she is still doing work, but wouldn't exactly call it, A-list work.
Oh well, she's done her A-list time. She probably wants to take it a little easier. I'm assuming. I don't know her, so
She's a working actress.
Those sweet, sweet A-list royalties.
It'd be funny if she's doing all these highbrow films and everything. And what's her biggest money maker? Well, I used to be on Wayne's World. Do you know an actor that needs to make a comeback?
Who?
Just do it!
I'm pretty sure he's partying it up in where was he at last? He did a crazy
Louisiana or something like that.
Yeah, not Louisiana.
What actor?
Is Shia LaBeouf?
Oh, yeah. No, he's converted.
Yeah, I hear he's kind of on a rather inconsistent redemption arc right now.
Yes.
He's on and off the
He's
booze.
got
He's trying, he's struggling, but he's trying.
He's all sorts of messed up.
Where do they have Mardi Gras? That's where he's at.
Yeah, that's Louisiana.
New Orleans?
Okay.
New Orleans.
New
Nolans.
Orleans.
No, it's Nolans.
Nolans. Lens.
They should have a sports team called the Marlins just so they can say the Nolans Marlins.
Nolans, where they have Chowder.
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 So what level are you on, Maji?
I'm still at for this playthrough, the beginning. I'm trying to figure out this part right here. I accidentally fell off the wrong side.
Now, is this a linear game, or can you like go back and forth and explore? And
So far from what I understand, you can go back and forth, but I could be wrong. It's a combo between action and puzzle. Like I said, I accidentally jumped off the wrong platform, and I'm
So
sealed off
you
where
might
I
be a
was.
little
And I
soft
gotta go
locked,
back.
or so you might be in an area you're not supposed to be yet.
Well, no, supposed to be in this area, but like I said, I accidentally put this up and then fell off the wrong side. So I'm trying to figure out how to put it back down.
No, it looks like he's got boosters. Can he only jump so high?
Yeah, I haven't upgraded them yet.
Kind of looks like the game The Surge. If you guys ever played that one.
See how it just completely changed because I went down?
Oh, that guy just hit you in the back.
Jerk face. Don't hit Maggie in the back. Chowda.
Oh.
How are you enjoying this so far, Maji?
It's different.
Kind of reminds me of a mixture of The Surge and Dead Space with the shooting.
I heard one of the things they were calling it online was Dead Space.
What's similar to this?
I haven't played
Dead
Dead
Space.
Space, but they're saying it's not dead. It's not like Dead Space. It's Dad Space.
Oh, yeah. Dead Space, from what I hear, was pretty edgy.
It was a gruesome game. And then they made some remakes. They kept the gruesomeness. Most people like them, but I saw what they did in some parts where they added in just some characters that died off, but they decided to give some chicks some extra stuff to do. So they had them literally make a cure for the entire disease, I guess you could say, that everyone's suffering from, which was never shown before at all in any of the games, or even hinted at that it could be cured. Like, okay. Game drama.
That looks like
What are those blue pickups that you were just grabbing?
You use them so that you could. They're basically moon fragments, but it activates the 3D printers, so you can make upgrades and weapons and stuff.
Ah. Yeah, we were gonna have a talk show. Now we're just all sitting here watching Maji play.
It's kind of got
Yeah, pretty much.
kind of got like a NASA punk vibe there.
Yeah. So everything's made of this lunar filament stuff.
Yep. So what it was they basically built a base on the moon to harvest the lunar filaments used to making high-grade 3D printing tech. Considering the fact this game is like 4 years old, it's actually pretty good storyline. But the AI kind of went corrupt and killed all the humans. You start out in the beginning of the game as your crew in there is coming up to fix something for the factory. So, like, the factory owners don't even know there's a problem. And so
Well, they
that's how
probably
you
know
actually
now.
start out, is that the AI is evil. They didn't even know it was evil at the time. And it killed off his entire crew.
Now I take it that Diana's AI doesn't go that way because she's not like linked in with the rest of the network. She's
Yeah,
individualized.
she's her own thing, but you find out she's I'm gonna die. You find out that I haven't technically found this out yet, but I have just because of reasons. But shoot. But
Look
her
into it.
is completely independent because she's a experimental program.
And she's
an
not the only
experimental-
one, I believe, right?
Not that I know of. I know that the main AI that went bad.
Yeah.
It's almost like a hive mind network, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a hive mind cross with Skynet.
Okay.
And because she's separate individual from that network, she's not affected by that.
Yeah. Well, what happens is the reason why she's not is she was, from what I understand, I haven't gotten that far into the game, but she was built as a way to save the CEO's daughter, kind of like Astro Boy, where Astro Boy was built after the CEO's son died, but she was built to see if they could 3D print body parts to save her from dying. And she was a failed experiment, so they wiped her hard drive. And when they did that, all knowledge of like the base, the interactions, all of that was cleared out. And so she literally has the mind of a 6-year-old because she has no other data functions or anything else. Does that make sense?
Yep. All right. First thing we're going to have to teach her how to go fishing.
So it's a
Well,
broken
Everybody
computer.
wants to take their kids fishing.
Yeah. So not only is it a broken computer, but I'm like borderline dead. But yeah, so that's what it is. And then it's actually a really good storyline, I think.
Now, are health pickups a thing, or do you have to go somewhere and recoup?
I gotta go somewhere and recoup. But that's somewhere I'm not entirely sure where.
Yeah.
I gotta find that elevator.
I'm going to switch over the background music here.
But so yeah, no, it's actually kind of a compelling story. Yeah, he needs the robot kid to survive because the AI is just too strong, as you could tell.
Uh-huh.
Without her hacking their defenses, he doesn't stand a chance. And I still don't have enough power to get over there. But yeah, no, it's so far a very compelling game.
Right.
I don't get why everybody's making such a big deal about it in terms of being problematic. It isn't. I didn't like
because
the weird
people just like to find grapes.
Well, if some wokesters, you really don't need reasoning.
You breathe, that's problematic.
Sure.
It's problematic for the.
They love that word problematic to the point where like I try not to use it because I don't want to sound like I belong on a college campus holding up a sign saying I'm offended for somebody on their behalf who doesn't even know why I'm offended.
Trying to find a way back to the elevator shaft before I get into another fight because I'm literally less than half a hit away.
How much progress do you lose if you have to go back to the previous save?
Surprisingly, not very much, but once again, that's probably because I'm in the early stage.
Yeah, you're still getting the feel for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've got this idea for another story.
What you thinking?
Well, the first scene starts out. It's a fantasy story because it's what I do.
Yeah.
Starts out with a guy who's just exiting this cave, and he's dragging behind him on a heavy rope the body of a creature that he just beheaded and dragging him out into the light. And then he takes something from the creature, he finds its treasure and finds this unique item. And then his next trip is to a blacksmith.
The blacksmith.
The blacksmith.
I like blacksmiths sometimes.
So that's all I'm going to say.
Nice.
But it won't be in the world that I'm working in.
Oh, a fresh universe.
Yep. I was thinking about releasing it on, as a paid tier on Substack, but I'm finding that the only people following me on Substack are other authors.
Yeah, that's the Substack curse right there.
So
So we're all on Substack. We're all authors trying to market our work, but everybody on there is the authors trying to market their work.
Exactly. So
I mean,
it's
if nothing else, it's great to get a great place to get feedback from other writers.
yeah, but you know what? I don't want feedback from other writers. I want readers buying my book.
Exactly, right?
Good point.
I know I'm weird that way, but call me crazy. So, Magic, how's your book doing?
It's doing.
Yes, welcome to the wonderful and wacky world of marketing.
Yeah, it's doing. But I can't complain. I'm still waiting to hear about some of the reviews. Just to see if peeps like it.
Yeah.
Now, are we allowed to leave reviews for each other or no? Seeing how we're all on Amazon as authors, are we not allowed to do that? Or
I'm sure you can.
From what I understand is okay, so like I actually went and deleted my review that I had for Daniel because he was my editor. So from what I understand, that's how that works. Because what it is Amazon thinks that we're all in cahoots and leaving reviews on each other's stuff and boosting each other. They think we're manipulating the system.
yeah, because I have you listed in my second book as a beta reader. I don't know if I'm allowed to leave a review on your book.
I don't think so. I'm not sure how that works.
What you can do is leave it on Goodreads. You have a Goodreads account, right?
No.
No.
Okay, well that shoots that theory down.
I thought Goodreads and Amazon were connected or something.
They are its own, but Goodreads has a less stringent policy, which I kind of understand because Amazon has had a lot of problems with bots leaving.
And I think
people.
that's why they are very picky.
Yeah, but
I think everything's having problems with lots of bots lately. But
well, Amazon always had it, so. But yeah, Goodreads they don't. Goodreads they don't swing that way. We need a good controversial subject to talk about.
Controversial subject, he says.
I don't know. All you gotta do is turn on the news and everybody's down each other's throats.
Well, it's not like anybody almost got assassinated recently or anything.
yeah,
I was about to say, you got the first lady calling for friggin' what's his bucket, Jimmy Kimmel, to be canceled.
I don't know. I don't like canceling from one way or the other. I'm not a fan. I understand her frustration, but no, don't.
Jimmy Kimmel getting canceled isn't really controversial. He's not very funny.
Yeah, if they're going to cancel his show because his ratings suck. But don't cancel it because somebody was offended.
Well, it's not that somebody was offended. It's that he's saying stuff that would have got you taken off the air like 15 years ago, like celebrating the death of the very president of the United States, things like this. Like that stuff wouldn't fly years ago.
Oh, no, that's not cool. I had no idea what he said. I just heard that she's mad at him. I'm like, I didn't look into it because I figured, drama. Don't care.
Well, that's what, that's what most people hear, and then they shrug. That's the what I call the headline strategy. Just read the headline.
Yeah, I just figured it was interpersonal drama being played out in public, and I just was not interested.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's I believe he said something like he basically mentioned her being widowed and things of that nature. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's honestly, that's not even funny.
Just lowbrow, crass, nasty things to say. And I didn't think things like that were allowed to be said on network TV, one side or the other. I mean, I would expect it out of YouTube.
One side. It's one side. It's all about who's in charge of the the decision making.
Fine, I'll go in there, walk in, say, I'm in charge now. Everybody shut up. Yeah. That's gonna go over like a fart in church, I'm sure.
Just a little.
Yeah. That's why it's imperative for you writers, get your writing done, get it out there.
While we still can, before we all get shut down.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know the establishment's going to want to come after indies. I mean, the way they're on a tear against everything, I'm pretty sure indies are starting to hit their radar, and they're gonna try and pull them ladders up behind them so we can't keep making stuff without their okay.
I mean, they already got agents going after high-level YouTubers, so sooner or later.
Yeah. So get those books out and get them out there before the door shuts.
I think part of the problem is that the mainstream media, your conglomerates, everybody's at a point where they're willing to burn everything to the ground, take us all down with them, because they know they've already pissed us all off and we don't want to give them any more money. So they'll make as much outlandish claims to try to desperately get, on one hand, views, but on the other hand, maybe eventually cross one too many lines with the law, both directly or indirectly, that they just kind of ruin it for everybody. That's just my opinion of it. I kind of avoid most of the high-end drama nowadays. I'm kind of numb to it. I hate to say that, but a lot of the little stuff, I'm numb to it now because they're just going to keep screaming like brats, and hopefully one of these days, directly or not, it's all going to come back to bite everybody. I just think they're trying to burn the whole house down with us in it.
Yeah, I am too. Like, I a lot of YouTubers I used to watch or listen to, they're now just going on and on about each other, and I'm like, I came here to listen to a topic be discussed, not for mudslinging contests. I'm not here for the flame wars. I did that enough back on the BBSs and stuff. That was dumb then. It's even dumber now. I was an idiot for doing it, but I'm just not interested. And everything's like, oh, do you see what this YouTuber did? Oh, it's over for him. You see what that YouTuber did? It's over for her. Like, I don't care. Give me a subject, the topic I'm interested in. Discuss the concept. Break it down. Do a video essay like you guys used to. Or shut up.
Yeah, I'd agree with that assessment, 100%.
But no, they just want to try and get the bigger burn,
I honestly think that's what kind of killed the indie movement, too, was all the drama in the circle. A lot of people stopped helping each other, stopped working with each other, and just shut out. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The indie movement is still going along. I say that just by looking in this room, knowing that there's also a lot more people. Well, I wouldn't say a lot more people, but people still joining it. Places still to publish. Royal Road's still a thing. So it's not over. I don't think it has a name.
And the independent scene, regardless of what format you're in, be it in written material, visual material, for entertainment, right? The independent scene is always there for many different niches. It's never going to go away. It's just that it's very fluid. Who's involved? Who's on top? Who's making their way up? And I mean, that's just a natural progression of things. But I guess my point is, like, there's always going to be new people out there creating content. I hate to use the term content because it's so vague, but creating content to engage audiences. They're always going to be there. There's never going away. Just it's a very fluid situation once you leave the independents. Once you leave the corporate world, those that have all the money to publish it en masse, it can be very fluid, especially now with how quick communication is, how instantaneous. This ain't like trying to 100 years ago getting a book published and it has to make the rounds. This is instantaneous. You can upload something. So everything's in flux. What's in demand, what's not, what may be in demand, who knows?
Now, I think obviously there's not that guild aspect of everyone coming together, pushing each other's work to the forefronts, if you will. But you know what? I think that comes and goes with different small movements and these little groups. You know, Iron Age, Comicsgate, whatever you want to call them. And basically, you're correct. It's going to keep going. It's never been easier, and that's both good and bad, obviously.
Yes. Yeah, there's pros and cons.
So
Yeah, everything's a double-edged sword nowadays.
It's a different game, you know. Like, I think it went from you can publish one thing here or there, and then, you know, spend a couple years trying to sell it, to publish as much as you can, or try to develop a fan base through some sort of continuous output, because that seems to be where it's at right now, is the output game. I don't know. I could be wrong. What do you guys think?
I think you're onto something about the output, because everything's run by algorithms now, and if you don't have a steady outflow, the algorithm will drop you, and you won't get your stuff pushed in front of others. So I think people are trying to do a combination of both. They have their mainline work that they're doing, but then they have their, we'll call this the content aspect, where they're trying to push something out regularly. So it's like they're trying to push out the content to grab attention, and then redirect the focus over to their mainline work, where they're making their stories or games or movies, music, comics, whatever. You know, people are trying to do that as their mainline, and then they do content to grab attention to direct it to their work. I think I just described the Weekly Wing It.
I don't know. I have things that I like too. I found my comics over the years from interacting with you guys, interacting with people, and I just want to call it the Iron Age community. And I do still follow them, but I found what I liked, and there's things that I don't like. At the end of the day, I'm a unique human being, and I have certain things I'm going to be interested in that other people buying out there will not be. That's just the game of life. Is that it? Life? Am I winning the game of life? I don't know. Anyways, buy
Where's
people's
the scoreboard? Yeah, where's that scoreboard at?
I don't want to look at it. Probably looks like some of the Penguins scoreboards as of late.
If I look at my scoreboard, I'm pretty sure it's flashing red and I need to go to the hospital, but that's okay. See, in fact, they just gave me a ton of guns. This is going to be a fun fight.
Blast them.
I don't know, Herman. What do you think on all this?
I stay away from all of it. The thing is if you're the whole content thing, you know, having to generate content in the algorithm. I mean, if you're going to do something to make money, you have to generate content regardless. Okay, if you want to do something one time, that's great. But if you want to maybe make it a career, you have to generate content. So I don't think it's necessarily bad, but the problem is that what kind of content you're going to make.
Yeah.
If the algorithm itself thrives off of drama, because the people that the algorithm caters to thrives off of drama. And, you know, I don't want to freaking do that. It's the reason
That's a bummer, because I try to avoid the drama, which means I'm not utilizing the computer programming properly.
Well, I mean, you know, do you think YouTube is gonna sell books for you? I don't think it will. I mean, it'll only sell books for you, unless you have an established audience. But I mean, you know, you being big and people all of a sudden turning to your books, I don't think that's realistic. So I am finding that if you stay on things like X and Facebook, that does. So, and you have to build a little bit of consistency where people read your stuff, and it attracts the people that like what you say.
Yeah.
And they eventually buy books. So, I mean, but the whole drama thing, as far as I'm concerned, it is it's only the drama thing is only there to draw a like-minded audience. But you know what? It can also poison you to other people as well. People who will buy your product. So,
Yeah, personally, I'm having
Hi,
the same
Christy.
issue on the X Twitter that I have on Substack. It's like everything in my feed and everybody is just also other authors trying to sell their books. So it's like, cool, we're talking to each other, but I'm not really grabbing anybody outside of that circle.
Well, here's the thing, because Twitter does cycle your post around. If you have fans, they will. Excuse me.
Bless you.
I got dry mouth. If you do have fans, they will, repost your stuff, and it does get around. And if you like hit on a topic that is drawing a lot of likes or reposts, put your ad down there. But the other thing is you have to find a good ad, and you have to have a good product. So, but I mean, when I stay on top of like the ads on X, the passive stuff, I'm not spending money, that actually sells books. It is selling books right now.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I think part of my issue is also, I mean, outside of other authors, the ones I interact with are like Metroidvania fans, gamers, who don't necessarily, some do, some don't, but they're not necessarily readers.
Yeah, different audience.
Yeah.
The funny part is a lot of people interacting with me are my readers.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
hey, I love your books. I have Remnant Cult, Remnant Tomb, and the third one, which I can't. It's escaping my mind right now.
Yeah, the Revenant and the Cult, Revenant and the Cult 1, and Revenant and the Cult 2.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, I interact with my readers, and if you're only interacting with authors, it's kind of, you're not. The thing is you're not moving out into other threads where you can make comments.
Yeah, the trick is to gain readers to interact with. That's the trick.
Exactly. And so I mean, it's like I talk to a lot of authors on there, but I also comment on a lot of people who are not readers of mine and people who are readers of mine. So and
hey,
so it's the same. It's the same thing, and it's the same thing on Facebook. But I am finding that, because I tried Twitter ads before, and it didn't get me anything. But I'm finding that this sort of passive way, where I drop like an ad a day, and I might repost it. It does work. You will get, you will get some sort of residual sales, but it takes a while to kind of prime that pump.
Yeah.
So,
Christy says, I just want to pop in and show some my support. Much love, all. Well, thanks for stopping in, Christy. It was good to see you.
So that's about as controversial as I get.
Yeah. Yeah, but my issue is like talking outside of readers with mostly other Metroidvania fans.
Yeah.
So I was hoping it's like, hey, look at this. Metroidvania characters right there. It's a lit Metroidvania. Check it out.
So, and the thing is also is that the number of people that will see your post, they are kind of mixed. So even if you're kind of like going outside your comfort zone, people sometimes look up your profile, and they'll see you're, you know, that you're an author and all that other stuff. But the other thing too is it's you know, and I've been doing it because I've been kind of cranky and in a lot of pain and cranky. But the thing is that you don't want to go overboard with it, because it's like, you know, I used to debate religion. I stopped doing that now, because what happens, like on X, if I go into, let's say, a Catholic thing and I get into an argument, next thing I know, I'm getting nothing but posts from, you know, Catholic or Catholic related subjects. And it's like, oh my God, what the hell did I do?
Like,
So,
you're like, give me Protestants, dang it. No.
yeah. So so I'll do it with the politics, but it's like, politics is another thing. You do it too much, and next thing you know, your politics all over the place. And also interact with larger authors, kind of in your same genre, or not genre, but kind of similar to you, because like I interact with Larry Correia and that whole group a lot, and believe it or not, that's where a lot of my readers. The weird part is that a lot of Larry Correia readers are also my readers.
Yeah.
A surprising number. In fact, if you go on to see if I can bring this up. Let me bring up my author page. I'll share it here real quick.
Okay. Hayes, I need the mouse. Please move.
You cannot have the mouse. No, you
will not have the mouse.
You will not have the mouse.
So,
No amount of treats given will grant you access to the mouse.
Or the keyboard.
Meow, meow, meow.
where is okay? So let's do a share here. There you go. Take a look of who's like number one.
Uh-huh.
Yep. I mean, R.H. Snow used to be in here, and
Yeah.
she's kind of like dropped. Oh, a lot of that also changed. Mike Barron was in here. Jason Cordoba is another one, because these guys are they're kind of like, I mean, they're in the same group.
I hope
So-
Mike Barron does another Private American sometime soon. I got a kick out of that comic.
He might. He's doing. God, my God, that guy is like all over the place. So nice guy too.
And I need to check out his Florida Man series. That looks hilarious.
Yeah. I saw the cover for Florida Man too. I thought that was absolutely freaking hysterical. So, but like I said, and
Florida
Larry
Man versus Hogzilla. That looks like a riot.
Larry has been like has been like at the top of my also customers also bought items by, or I mean, since like I think probably late 2022.
Nice.
So I'm gonna stop sharing this here. But
Not bad.
so, and it's not so much that I think, I mean we kind of agree ideologically.
Yeah.
But it's just that the same people who like his stuff also like my stuff, and the way we write are completely different. His is, he calls his stuff more workman like. Mine is a little bit more flowery and way more descriptive. So finding and interacting with those authors and those groups of authors, that helps a lot too. So, and you can do that, and this is just easy stuff that you can do through social media without, like becoming a flamethrower.
Yeah.
So have you guys heard about that thing with Draft to Digital?
No, what
No,
happened?
what's going on?
Draft to Digital, if you don't make $100 or more on your books, they're going to assess you a surcharge.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
What a world.
That's
So it's like
so.
it's
Is
not
that
a
a
lot.
once thing or
No,
total?
it's going to be every year.
Continuously.
It's going to be every year.
Is Draft to Digital another publishing platform?
Draft to Digital is an ebook distributor. They also do print books too, but they started out as an ebook distributor, and they can distribute to, places like like libraries, Apple, Barnes and Noble, Kobo,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of places. So, and a lot of guys I know are now pulling their books from Draft to Digital, and I think I'm going to follow suit. So,
Yeah, I just noticed something. We're missing
What?
somebody.
Yeah, Frederick's not here.
Yeah, when did he drop out?
Like right before 9:00. He said he had to bow out in the private chat.
oh,
I missed it. Okay.
Well, I guess I'll have to go be the great American patriot that I am, and march over to Quebec and try to break into the city. Although it doesn't go well when Americans try to break into Quebec. We don't have a good track record of that to try to rescue him.
Hopefully, he didn't get in trouble for saying what he said.
It's really not good for Pennsylvanians to go and try and reinforce Americans trying to break into Quebec. Did not go well.
I know.
What year was
Canada
that?
Got his stream clause.
About 250 years ago right now. Actually, a little more toward like May, but that's when they called Pennsylvanians to go up and reinforce Benedict Arnold and the other guys that were camped outside of Quebec all winter to try one more effort to convince the good people of Quebec to become Americans. And well, we got our asses handed to us. Didn't end well. I'm gonna be frank.
were you guys too controversial?
I guess you could say that. I mean, they came out with all sorts of guns, man, and they just caught us off guard. Way too many. You can learn more about that in a video about the most unusual Rev War monuments I've ever come across yet.
And they always seem so polite. Is this a boss fight, Maji?
Yeah, I'm kind of losing. I've already died once to it.
Can you take him down this time?
Might help if I, use the right gun.
Now, is this one of those, can you retreat and regroup, or are you locked in the room and it's sink or swim with this guy?
It's sink or swim. But you get to keep all progress. So say not so much his health progress, but any kind of stuff you pick up to get here, you can actually go and mod your stuff.
Oh, that's cool. Is that his health bar on the top?
Yeah.
All right,
God,
so it looks like you're not doing too bad there.
Health bar sounds so good right now.
Hang in there, Herman. You can beat this.
Well, thus far I haven't thrown up yet. I'm actually kinda hungry.
And peanuts.
You ever had those tiger milk bars?
No.
Tiger.
No.
No.
Yeah.
But I have had tiger milk, though. Very, very tangy.
Well, I think that this is more of a. I don't think it's actual tiger milk, although it would be interesting. No, they have these. They have these bars. They're very dense. They're protein packed, and they're called tiger milk. And and every now and again, I get a hankering for them.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of like chocolate / whatever it is, chocolate / derived protein flavored taffy. It's actually pretty good, and it is filling. I think the
Ooh.
last one I had is when I took my trip to Israel, and I arrived there on the Sabbath, and you know, like no place is open, and that was my dinner.
Yeah, there you go. Protein bars when you're on the trip. Some tiger milk.
Oh God, now I want tiger milk.
Way to go, Maji.
Domino's commercials were running like nonstop while I was you know, in the hospital, laying there in bed attached to a pump, and I'm like, oh my God, I want Domino's so bad.
That kind of reminded me of the first boss fight in Yars Rising.
So is this like a Halo game?
Kinda.
No.
Not really. This
that
is
looks
a
like-
single. This is a story mode shooter.
Because that looks like, you know, a Halo set of exo armor or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I can see that. Well, this game was originally supposed to come out in 2020, but it was so buggy and stuff, the developers postponed it. And then it just came out, and then of course, you know, because it's got a kid robot, apparently it's hit the internet as some sort of weird sicko game, but in all honesty, I don't get any of the vibes that they're slamming, so...
Yeah. Check this out. This is what that robot reminded me of. Kind of got that same build.
That's not a cute robot. It wasn't designed to be cute. Well, I like the ones that were. Point of lighting it
I'll be
up
back in a second.
already.
Very well.
No hurling.
It looks cooler that way. Can't disagree with that.
Buddha.
What possible commercial purpose is there for this Big Mac? You're looking at it. Well, it's me.
There's a boss fight in this other game here?
Yeah, it's just the robot Maji just defeated reminded me of this thing. Called the Burning Sentinel.
Yeah, I just defeated the first boss, which is for the power plant.
Oh, that also reminds me. Over the weekend, I finally got around to watching the original Nosferatu movie. And you know, it's just Dracula. Not sure what I was expecting, but it's just Dracula.
Well, that's what it basically was. It was basically a bootleg Dracula for Germany.
Yeah, I know that now, but people don't go all like, oh, yeah, that Dracula knockoff. They're always like, ooh, Nosferatu.
No, it is literally the cruel jaws for the Dracula movies.
Yeah, it's just Dracula, folks. And then Hans, what's his name, made a remake where they just put in the Dracula. It's another German remake. I didn't mind the German remake of the German movie.
Just pee, no puke.
You're not going to make a shirt with that slogan, are you, Herman?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Oh, no.
I was gonna ask my wife. I still need my wife to like dry certain parts of me because I can't reach them. For I was gonna take a shower, but she's sleeping in front of the TV. I'll go bother her in another half an hour.
Righteous.
Yes, we were doing sponge baths while I had the other drain in.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that thing was such a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, how often do I talk about my bathing situation?
Hey, at least it's better than Kahuna, who will literally show up in the shower.
In the shower, yeah.
There's that.
By the way, you're not going to believe what I just found.
What?
Considering what we were just discussing a little bit ago.
Huh. Oh.
Yeah. Also applies to YouTubers talking about each other.
Yeah. Well,
Remember when they just used to do video essays on cool stuff? I missed that.
I got AI for that now.
Hey, there's still a lot of people making cool videos about cool stuff. It's just, the AI, the algorithm, I should say, it likes its drama. It's
It
cheap
really does.
drama.
Yeah. It's kind of sad, actually.
Yeah, and you got to pick through a lot of either the drama or just quickly, sloppily slap together computer-generated videos to try and find the actual type of stuff that we used to watch on YouTube. The reason we all like YouTube, And then YouTube's pushing the nonstop shorts. It's like, if we wanted that, we would go to TikTok. We're here because we don't want that. So please stop pushing it on us.
So for a little while, I started doing shorts exclusively as promo for my major videos. But eventually I learned what everybody does. And I already should have been smarter, known this. I was told this a year or two ago. But the short form content and the long form content audience, YouTube does not mix them. And be honest, I don't think it's so much YouTube that keeps them separate. I just think that's just genuinely how it is. So after I talked with several history themed channels back at the start of the month, we were all collectively agreeing, like, man, we make all these shorts, but the views are plummeting on our major videos. And I was getting some of the silliest comments on shorts. Like, people were trying to question me on historical accuracy. And I'm just like, well, if you watch the rest of this clip as a full video, you'll get the answer to the question. Yeah. So I just dawned on me, like, wait a minute, why am I doing all this? Why am I wasting all my time? I'm done feeding the beast. So I just decided, screw it. Unless it's something, like, for some reason I can think of a reason to make an original short, I'm done trying to use it as the keep feeding the beast for the shorts. And you know what's surprising? When I made that decision a few weeks ago to stop just spamming shorts to try to promote my long-form content, I started getting views again on the long-form content. The past 2 videos have rebounded after a pretty rough month. Interesting.
There you go.
That is interesting.
There's interest in this.
Well, I don't know, like, what it is. Is it because YouTube changed something in the algorithm to better promote long-form content? Or is it because I decided I'm not going to feed the short-form content? Something in the algorithm happened that allowed my long-form stuff to come back? Is it intentional by YouTube? Is it not? I don't know. I got other things to use my energy for. And plus, history, I'm sorry, history just doesn't work as short-form content. No matter how hard everybody tries. It just doesn't work that way.
Can't boil it down to 3 minutes.
YouTube's also chasing the Hollywood. Hollywood doesn't know how to do short form.
Yeah, I would think short form and Hollywood should not be going together.
I don't think Hollywood and YouTube should go together, but they're trying.
I agree. I mean, have you heard the theories that Neon from Clownfish TV has about what's going on with YouTube?
Hmm.
Yeah, he thinks that YouTube more and more is going to want to push indie creators out because they just want to have like the network TV guys and Hollywood studios posting stuff. They want to become cable. That's his theory.
I can see that.
They already are cable. They already are the new form cable. It's not an if, they are.
You got a kitty.
Apparently,
Kitty.
this is starting to sound more and more like your world after all.
Yeah, right.
This is a
You got a
cat.
blonde hair, blue-eyed, pigtailed girl hanging out with a cat.
So, when do you have the characters go to the moon, Wrangler?
Well, in book 4, but not our moon. Moon in another, a moon in a completely different solar
See,
system.
you
Mendoza system.
You don't
It's a
need
habitable
the video
moon
game
around a gas giant.
adaptation. The video game adaptation already exists, apparently.
They're going to the Mintaka system, where they're going to go to a habitable moon that orbits a gas giant called Sabado to find some missing people.
Called Sabadon. Chung, 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 chung.
There's a Sabadar. I gotta look it back up. I can't remember the name of the world I wrote. Wow.
That happens to me.
Yeah, but there was a team of archaeologists, 2 of them from Earth. Dr. Halstead and his daughter, they were there to they were checking out some old ruins on the world, and they were there with researchers from different planets. And the research team got abducted. And I'm sure you know how traditionally the U.S. deals with their citizens going missing on foreign soil. They say,
how do we? Yeah. We usually send gunboats too.
Yeah, well, they sent the U.S. Stellar Marshals. Very simple orders: go get them, bring them home. And that's what they're doing there. And Haley's along with them, so. It's going to be fun
That's
finally
interesting.
seeing Haley running around on a very foreign soil.
What are you talking about? She runs around on foreign soil in book 2.
I said
Yeah.
very foreign soil. Like, it's her first off-world
It's not just
adventure.
foreign. It's like really, really, really foreign.
Yeah.
There are
Like,
degrees
It's
to
wicked foreign.
My boy's wicked foreign.
End up dealing with the Draco Syndicate that abducted them because, yeah, they may have access to things like robots and stuff for labor, but a bunch of eggheads with imagination and scientific know-how, that's valuable.
Mm-hmm.
They got some buyers for that.
Well,
They got to
hold
go
on.
get them back.
Let me go back the other way.
Woo.
Run, Forrest, run!
Well, up there seems like it's more. I didn't explore like these rooms and stuff, so I wanted to come back and do that before I went too far in.
Yeah.
He was just
It's not like
sprinting away
there's
there.
It's not like there's a map that tells you where to go. The closest thing is pause,
Oh yeah.
but
yeah.
even then, you don't really have a marker of what you're doing. It's kind of explore, puzzle, survive, don't die.
That sounds like fun.
Oh yeah, it feels very old school.
That's probably part of the reason why it's doing so well.
And then yeah, so these little notes and stuff, that's how you learn what's going on, is you got to find them. So it's kind of like Kingdom of Hearts in that way, where there's even some backtracking once you unlock some abilities and stuff. But no, it's so far I don't have a complaint against it. I don't get why a lot of people are upset by this game.
Well, what's wokesters, you know? But if it's the general whatevers, the general people constantly online, probably just because somebody told them it's bad because X, Y, and Z or something.
Yeah,
It's all bad.
The headline, folks.
I don't get any of that. This guy's just trying to survive, and his only chance of survival is this freaking little girl robot that's actually kind of adorable. But I mean, it's not her fault. She has no memory. She has no idea that what's going on. But he can't hack the systems like she can, so he kind of needs her. But at the same time, because she does have a lot of human traits to her, he's kind of seeing her more and more like he's becoming very protective of her.
Yeah.
That's why they call it Dad Space instead of Dead Space.
Yeah, I just think people are looking too much into things that aren't there.
That's usually how it goes.
Alrighty, everybody. I'm gonna tune out for a night. Eyes are getting very sleepy, very heavy. So gotta get ready for a busy day tomorrow.
No worries. You want to plug your channel before you go?
Yeah, very briefly. Newest video that I got out is titled Two Young Men, Two Fates at Gettysburg, 142nd Pennsylvania. We take a very unique approach, at least for me, in exploring the battlefields at Gettysburg. I've done it many times before. It's not my first rodeo, but this time I decided to connect it to my home turf. So I did some research, found two men who are interred only about like 2 or 3 miles apart from each other, final resting places here in southwestern Pennsylvania. And one of those two men ended up getting killed at Gettysburg. They both served in the same company in the 142nd Pennsylvania. So we go see the site where they fought, where one of the soldiers was killed, and we go to both of their final resting places. So if that interests you, consider checking out. And as I said, we have a new episode of Retracing History on the horizon. Fingers crossed, I will have it all edited and ready to go Saturday. If not, I do have a backup plan. There will be a video Saturday, but the next one coming out for Retracing History, it's a big one, big topic. It's, like I said, tangentially tied to the War of 1812, to the U.S. Navy. I'm probably already giving too much away. So if you know those two links, you know there's something big that's still around today tied to that conflict, and we'll go as in-depth as I can about it. So, hey, thank you guys. Thank you guys for letting me be on, and have a good night.
Night.
Have a good night, man. All right.
I got a sneeze brewing. Excuse me.
That's you.
Yeah. Yesterday that would have hurt.
I can imagine.
And Herman, tell us where we can find your stuff.
You can find my stuff basically at Amazon because it's not going to be. It's not going to be like at Barnes and Noble and Kobo for very long. So primarily Amazon. You can also go to my my website www.hphunterwriter.com and go right to my store, and you can also buy my books there. They come signed. And they come with a few extra items like bookmarks and maybe even a pen. So, and you can buy paperback. You can buy paperback bundles and get a slight discount.
Nice.
All right.
Except for I already own them all.
I'm looking now. I'm now looking at maybe just. Opening up selling the DRM free version of my ebooks on that as well.
All right. And Maji.
Hi guys, I'm Maji.
Hi Maji.
Check out A Drink with Crazy. He's really crazy. Your turn, Wrangler.
Hold on, I'm trying
You
not
need, you
to die.
need, you know. Okay, Maji,
Oh, I just died.
you need to promote your book. You know, I mean, do I need to say it? Buy my book. You need to say.
Buy Herman's book.
No.
No, you need to promote your book. You can do it. You gotta get used to this.
Okay, repeat after me, Maji. Buy
Herman's book.
Oh God, I give up.
Check out the Legend of Shalar. I've been reading through it. I finally got to read the polished version of what I've read so far, and now I'm into areas that's all new to me. I didn't get to read the second half of the book, so I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm interested in where it's going, and I'd say it's worth the read. I'm not finished with it yet, but from what I've read so far, it is worth the read. Go ahead and check it out. It is linked in the description. Oh. That's right. You're doing a. Okay, I see why now. You didn't. Did you have to be so cryptic about it though?
I pulled it off the market to fix something. That's all.
There's nothing wrong with that. You're making an adjustment. And...
You know, nobody tells me this stuff.
She did tell me, and I completely forgot about it.
Nope. Nobody tells me anything. I did not get the memo.
Soon it should be.
You were in the hospital.
Yeah. and pretty soon it should be back out there. So, do you have an ETA, Maj?
Not quite, but yeah, that's why I wasn't gonna show it tonight. I gotta fix an error.
Hey, no problem with that.
It'll be back out. It'll be back out.
All right. See, and that's something that sets you apart. Some people would just say, you know what, screw it, it's there, deal with it. No, you're going and you're fixing it so it'll be right.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? A illustration issue?
We could talk about it offline.
All righty, no problem. And I guess here's a quick little shill for Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Let's see if I can do this without dying. Give me. Yes, got it. Okay, I just got a Xerxes coin. Awesome. But do you know what's even better than that?
What?
Haley Star Bad Kitty and Bad Kitty's Haley's World. Instead of playing a Metroidvania, you can read one. They are magic-fueled sci-fi adventures, fun for the whole family. It's all good for all ages. As an adult, you can read it, and it's good enough to read to your kids. You don't have any of the nasty stuff in there that so much of the YA genre or genre isn't right for YA, is it? That's not the right term. But a lot of stuff in the YA, the young adult age range, is not appropriate for that age range. You don't have to worry about that here. This is good, solid, clean fun. And Haley and Elizabeth are a blast. And pretty soon you're going to see them in book 3 where they're all grown up and taking on new challenges. You can also check out my Substack under Frequency Studios where I have a short story set in the same universe. And in fact, here, let me pull it up real quick. It's these two guys, an LA detective and a independent hunter. He does some detective work himself, and these two guys go looking for a missing kid in LA, where new technologies and infrastructures are being introduced to their world. And you can check that out over on Substack. It kind of has a similar title to Maji's, but anywho, you can check that out over on Substack. And you could also, tomorrow, going to be on Proof of Comics over with Frederick on his channel, Frederick Gimone. So go check that out. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern. And He told me who the guest was going to be, and I'm drawing a blank. So tune in and be surprised. But you can hang out with us over there tomorrow. Usually runs from 8 to around 10 p.m. And also, I don't know if James is doing the Terran Tuesday. It depends. Sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't. But Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern, James usually hosts Terran Tuesday with Black Knight and RH Snow, where they discuss writing topics. So you can tune in, listen to them. And they are fascinating to listen to. Black Knight and RH Snow bring a lot to the table when it comes to these discussions. So you're going to want to tune in on World Without End lore on YouTube. Anyway, that about does it for us. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this presentation, hit the like. And if you didn't, we appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you next time. And God bless.
Bye.
Bye.
Buy his book.
Yeah, definitely buy Herman's book. Books, plural.
Books, yes. He's got, what do you got, 4 out there, Herman?
Yes, soon to be 5.
Awesome. And you can also buy mine. I got 2 out there, soon to be 3.
The only one I don't own is the Wizard Stone. I keep forgetting to buy that one.
That's what happens when the Wizard Stone, he forgets.
Oh.
He unlocks the mystical number of 420.
Jewish space laser.
Good night, everybody.
I didn't puke.
Night.
We're good.